As our last strategy didn't work out, let us do something else. Let us take the negative of position and feed it to the force. The intuition behind this is, if the position is non-zero, then an equal and opposite force can bring the body to origin. Can this strategy achieve our goal of bringing the body to origin and keep it there? Let us find out. To recollect it, to achieve the objective, the body has to be brought to the origin, and when it is brought to the origin, the velocity that is acting on the body has to go to zero. The force that is acting on the body should also be zero. Thus the body stays at the origin. Let us check our Simulink model. Let us call this system System 4. Here x1 dot equal to x2 and x2 dot equal to minus x1. You can see in the Simulink model the same has been implemented. In this simulation, the initial velocity is kept at 0. Initial position is kept at 10. Let us start with this very simple case. If you recollect the simulation for System 2, this is very similar to that. In System 2, negative of the position is fed to the velocity. Here, negative of the position is fed to the acceleration. Let us simulate and check the plots for acceleration, velocity and position. For the time being, let us concentrate on the acceleration and the position plots. As you can see, the acceleration is exact negative of the position. So when the body is at position 10, the force acting on the body or the acceleration in the body is minus 10. So the body will start moving towards the left. Due to this, the position value will start decreasing. So it will go from 10 to 9 to 8 to 7 and so on. When the position value becomes 0, the acceleration value also becomes 0. So this is the point you can see, the intersecting point, both at 0. So if you think at this point, our goal is somewhat achieved, that we can make both the position and the force of the body to go to 0. But if you think about what is happening to the velocity of the body while doing so, then as the force is applied on the body, the velocity will keep on increasing. So if you see the velocity plots, the velocity keeps on increasing because of the negative force that is acting on the body until the point when the force or the acceleration becomes 0. So when the position and the force become 0, the velocity is non-zero. It has quite a substantial amount of velocity in the body. Due to that velocity, the body will keep on moving towards the left hand side. Because of that, the position is going to increase in the negative side. So it will increase from -1 to -2 and so on. And force or the acceleration, as it is the negative of position, it will keep on increasing in the positive side. So it will increase from 1 to 2 and so on. And this phenomena will keep on happening. We will never reach a point when we will be able to bring the position velocity of the body to zero simultaneously. As we simulate the system, you can see the same in the VR world simulation. First, the body goes towards the left because the force is acting towards the left. The velocity is acting towards the left. And the body gains velocity as it is moving towards the left. As the body reaches the origin, even though the force on the body becomes zero, by that time the velocity in the body is at its peak. Thus, the body misses the origin and starts moving towards even more left. As the body crosses the origin and moves towards the negative position part, the force in it becomes positive. Thus, in the left hand side of the origin, the direction of the velocity and the force that is acting towards the body are opposite for some time. Thus, the force and the velocity that are acting on the body is opposite to each other. Eventually, the body will stop at a point and start accelerating in the opposite direction. Again, the same phenomena continues. So, even with this strategy, we are not able to achieve our objective. Even though it didn't work out, we noticed one thing, that because x2 dot equal to minus x1, because of that, because the force was always negative of position, we could bring force and position, but we couldn't bring the velocity to zero. It is to be noted that all other cases of simulation, like having a non-zero initial condition of velocity, can be easily simulated and the interpretation will remain same. If we look at the system equation once again, there is another way to find out the solution. Here we can see x2 dot equal to minus x1. x2 dot is already x1 double dot. So it is like x1 double dot equal to minus x1. So x1 double dot equal to minus x1. If you solve this, solution will be c1 cos t plus c2 sin t. x1 of t equal to c1 cos t plus c2 sin t. It is already sinusoidal. If you integrate it, it will again be sinusoidal. That is another way to see. Let us try one more simulation. In this, let us make the acceleration equal to negative of velocity. So in this system, x1 dot equal to x2, x2 dot equal to minus x2. So from our intuition and previous experience, we know that in this case, the force and the velocity is going to go to zero. Let us check the simulation in Simulink. So this is our system. Let us call it system 5. Here, let us set the initial position as 0 and the initial velocity as 10. This is different from the previous example, as we can't set the initial velocity to 0. In that case, the force will also be 0 and the body will remain in the same position always. So let us start with the initial velocity of 10. The force acting on the body will be negative of that velocity. If we see the plots, the initial velocity was 10, and the force that was acting on the body is minus 10. The velocity starts decreasing. The force and the velocity acts opposite to each other till the time the velocity becomes 0, and thus the force also becomes 0. This is one objective that we wanted. So in this, the force that is acting on the body is always opposite to the velocity of the body. Thus the body comes to rest, but while doing so, the position changes. So if you see the body in VR simulation, the body starts with the origin when it has a velocity of 10 units. The force is acting on the body and it stops the body, but while doing so, the position changes. As the position is the integral of velocity, so until and unless the velocity becomes 0, the position value keeps on increasing, and the position value settles at the final value of that integration. You would have noticed in this simulation we have not taken any corrective action based on the position of the body. The only corrective action that is taken is based on the current velocity of the body. And thus we couldn't achieve our desired objective with respect to position. With respect to velocity, we are able to bring it to 0. So let us summarize. If you see the system 4, we were taking corrective action as acceleration to the system by feeding the negative of the position. So we were able to bring the position and the acceleration to 0. In system 5, we were taking corrective action based on the acceleration. We were feeding negative velocity as acceleration, and we are able to bring back acceleration and velocity to 0. But in system 4, there was no action taken based on the velocity of the system. In system 5, there was no action taken based on the position of the system. So thus in both the cases, we were not able to control these parameters or these state of the system. Even in system 2, the corrective action was taken based on velocity and negative of position was fed as velocity. Thus, both position and velocity met the objective. So from these experiments, we can make an intuition that if the corrective action would have been made in terms of force, and would it have been negative of position as well as negative of velocity, we might have able to achieve the objective of bringing both the velocities and the position to 0 as well as force to 0. Let us find out.